Well, the Jimmy Garoppolo drama continues. Your two favorite NFL reporters, actually, I hope that I'm your favorite NFL reporter, but your two big national guys, the leading voices, Ian Rapoport and Adam Schefter, within a 12-hour period have now said different things about Jimmy Garoppolo. Their reports are contrasting. So let's get to the bottom of this. Let's figure out what the hell is going on here, because it definitely seems to be coming from different sources. We can call it war of sources between Ian Rapoport and Adam Schefter. First of all, the 49ers give Jimmy Garoppolo permission to seek a trade, according to sources. I'm pretty sure they gave him permission a long time ago, because the 49ers have been openly shopping Jimmy Garoppolo for a trade for several months now. But anyway, that's what Adam Schefter tweeted, so that's what gets put on the headline. What I want to talk about today, though, is the fact that Ian Rapoport said this: Jimmy Garoppolo won't be cleared until mid-August. I'm going to read off of this. That's why my head's turned. But this is Ian Rapoport's tweet. Maybe I zoom out a tiny bit, fit that on the screen. This is what he tweeted yesterday evening. 49ers QB Jimmy Garoppolo recently saw Dr. Neil Elatrash for a checkup and is progressing well. The 49ers are thrilled where he is physically, sources say. The expectation is that he'll be fully cleared around mid-August. Perhaps then we'll know his destination. And Rapoport doubled down on this on TV with another tweet later on. Mid-August, he was saying Jimmy won't move until then because he won't be fully cleared until mid-August. Well, here comes our war of sources, moving on to Adam Schefter. This is now on your screen. Adam Schefter, today, the 49ers have officially given Jimmy Garoppolo's agents Don Yee and Carter Chow permission to seek a trade, sources said. Jimmy has been cleared to start practicing, per team source. 49ers still are expected to exercise caution with him this summer. So, in summary, Rapoport said that Garoppolo won't be fully cleared until mid-August. Schefter saying he's cleared now and he can start practicing, and he can start practicing in a limited fashion, according to the 49ers, because they're going to bubble wrap him so he doesn't get hurt again. Could these two possibly reconcile? Maybe, because, as you see right here, Ian Rapoport used the word fully in front of cleared. The adverb is powerful. So he can argue that, well, I said he was cleared, but not fully cleared. And obviously Adam Schefter is saying, well, the 49ers are going to exercise caution with him. So maybe full clearance won't come until mid-August, and partial clearance has come now. But the bottom line is both of these guys are presenting this information in very different terms from very different angles. So I could say this: Rapoport right here is adamant that Garoppolo movement will happen until mid-August. That's the summary of what Rapoport is saying. And Schefter right here draws no such line in the sand. He even implies that movement can happen sooner. So what the hell is going on here with this guy, Jimmy Garoppolo? Well, to me, it sounds like Rapoport's source is Don Yee. It sounds like Ian Rapoport is hearing from Jimmy Garoppolo's camp, because Jimmy Garoppolo would obviously want a release. That would give him the powers of an unrestricted free agent. He'd be able to sign anywhere. Whereas Adam Schefter is hearing from the 49ers, who are trying to set the record straight, because the 49ers obviously want a larger, longer trade window because they want some sort of return for Jimmy Garoppolo. Put in writing right here: Garoppolo's camp would benefit from a release. So they're pressuring for one. If you say that he's not going to be ready until August 14th and nobody can trade for him until mid-August, well, that means that the window to trade Jimmy Garoppolo is much smaller for the 49ers, and it makes his release much more likely, which would actually benefit Jimmy Garoppolo's camp, because then he'd be free to sign anywhere for however much money that he wants. The 49ers, meanwhile, would benefit from a larger trade window, which is what Adam Schefter was implying that they have, with Jimmy being fully cleared to go right now. Some people have asked me, wait, Jimmy Garoppolo's, making $24.2 million this year. There's no way he's going to sign for that kind of money on the open market if he is released. Well, remember that none of Jimmy Garoppolo's $24.2 million base salary this year is guaranteed. It will not become guaranteed until if and when he makes somebody's 53-man roster. So Garoppolo doesn't have a whole lot of leverage in this situation. The 49ers, at the end of the day, once this August 30th deadline hits for the 49ers, that's when the 53-man roster cut down is. once that hits, or before that hits, the 49ers can release Garoppolo at any time, or any team that they trade Garoppolo to on his existing contract would be able to release him at any time with no dead cap penalties. So any team that has Garoppolo under contract, and it's currently the 49ers, has leverage, because none of this money is guaranteed until August 30th, to renegotiate the deal. And Jimmy obviously would like some guarantees now. So, I mean, Jimmy also, because the teams have leverage, but because he would want some guarantees now, would also be interested in doing that. So you could see the maneuvering going around right now, because Ian Rapoport and Adam Schefter are saying two markedly different things. But it all makes sense because their sources are likely coming from different sides of the fence. Rapoport's from Don Yee and Garoppolo's camp in all likelihood. That's my best educated guess here. And Adam Schefter coming in later, coming in the next day, setting the record straight from the 49ers' point of view. The 49ers want Garoppolo to be healthier earlier. Now, what does this mean for 49ers training camp? Well, it means that Jimmy Garoppolo will likely report to training camp, right? Because the way that Schefter put it, the 49ers are going to be cautious with him. That means that you'll likely see Jimmy at training camp, but this might be a situation where they truly keep him in bubble wrap unless they absolutely need to thrust him in there if Trey Lance gets hurt. If Lance gets hurt, they take a Garoppolo trade possibility off the table. They're going to want Jimmy on the team here in 2022. So option power still there for the 49ers. Again, they don't have to make any firm decision. And, even August 30th is not a firm deadline. It's a soft deadline. I assume that the 49ers don't want Garoppolo's current contract to vest into a 2022 guarantee. So I'm assuming that August 30th, 53-man cutdown day, is the deadline for the 49ers to trade Jimmy Garoppolo. Their hope throughout this whole process has been for the market to materialize through August, through QB injuries elsewhere, through QB arrests elsewhere, through Deshaun Watson suspension, which would potentially open up some demand in Cleveland, or, just through natural evolution in the thought process of other NFL buildings. The Seattle Seahawks may not be fully sold on Drew Lock after watching him practice for a week. And in that case, maybe they're willing to offer quite a bit more for Jimmy Garoppolo. Who knows? And the 49ers probably would demand quite a bit more, since Seattle is inside the NFC West within their division. So the 49ers just want to buy time in the pocket. They want to create as much time in the pocket as possible. They want to scramble around, and then they want to hit a potential open receiver downfield. If no receiver opens up by the time the pass rush gets to them on August 30th, I think the 49ers will probably throw the ball away. That's when they'll release Jimmy Garoppolo. Don Yee, Jimmy's agent, Jimmy's camp, they want the 49ers to throw the ball away now so that Jimmy Garoppolo can be free to sign elsewhere on his own terms. But the 49ers, they want to keep buying time because they want to complete a pass downfield. That's the best football analogy in this situation that I could think of. All right, I'm going to answer a couple questions, then I'm going to get going. But we have Adam Schefter and Ian Rapoport saying two different things. All right, guys, hit that like button. That's right. Mike Ortaza says, hit that like button. Derek, I really think Aaron Banks is the key to this offensive line really making a statement. If he can take over and get even close to the production Lakin did, this will be a win for them. Yes, mandatory for the 49ers. If Banks doesn't show up as a second-round pick to replace Lakin Tomlinson, as he was drafted to do at left guard, guess what? None of this matters. Jimmy Garoppolo, Trey Lance, whoever the hell's under center, it's going to be Trey Lance, obviously. But Trey Lance would really struggle if Aaron Banks doesn't turn out to be a solid player. The 49ers need him to be a solid player there at left guard. Oh my God, no questions. That's crazy. Well, it was a short show, but I think it was a meaningful show. I could go back through some of the stuff really quickly for those of you just joining in. Rapoport saying this, Schefter saying this. What the hell's going on now? Well, I think that Rapoport has sources on Garoppolo's side. Schefter has sources on the 49ers side. You have two opposing interests, obviously, in this whole business process, and we'll see which one ends up prevailing. But the 49ers compromise seems to be, well, Jimmy has been throwing for several weeks now. He needs to build up that arm endurance. And to me, it's extremely ironic that everybody was talking about arm fatigue with Trey Lance, but the real arm endurance question is Jimmy Garoppolo's rehab. Very ironic, right? I mean, you could even say it's fitting that the theme of this 49ers offseason has been arm fatigue and arm endurance. First, talking about it with Trey Lance, that was a whole bunch of clickbait. And now with Jimmy Garoppolo, well, it could be a leverage ploy, right? From Jimmy Garoppolo's camp saying, hey, he needs more time to be fully cleared to build up his arm endurance. You can't trade him until mid-August. I mean, he needs several weeks. And it's just funny that that is the mechanism, that terminology is the mechanism throughout, through which all of this is, really being argued or adjudicated or negotiated, however you want to put it, because it's the same terminology that we heard in the clickbait with Trey Lance. I just thought that was funny. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Hope that explains the situation, and we'll talk to everybody soon. Thank you, guys.